Good evening. This is All India Radio. I'm Naresh Mago and with me is Saira Mushtaba with the evening news. The headlines. 19 Rajya Sabha MPs suspended for this week for unruly behavior in the House. Kargil Vijay Divas being celebrated across the country. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to visit Gujarat and Tamil Nadu on Thursday and Friday to inaugurate and lay foundation stones of multiple projects and declare 44th Chess Olympiad open. Central Government amends Foreign Contribution Regulation Rules 2022, aiming to reduce compliance burden on citizens, to bar any person receiving foreign contribution more than 10 lakh rupees in a financial year. Gujarat government sets up 3-member committee to look into incident of chemical misuse in Botad district. Death toll mounts to 29. Prime Minister Narendra Modi expresses grief on the demise of Padma Shri awardee Dr. Sushovan Bandyopadhyay. Neeraj Chopra to miss Commonwealth Games due to injury, and in cricket, India to take on West Indies in third and final ODI at Queen's Park Oval in Port of Spain tomorrow. A total of 19 opposition members of Rajya Sabha were suspended today for the remainder of this week for their unruly behavior in the House. They include 7 MPs from TMC, 6 from DMK, 3 from TRS, 2 from CPIM and 1 from CPI. Those suspended include Dola Sen, Sushmita Dev, Dr. Shantanu Sen, Mausam Noor, Muhammad Abdullah, S. Kalyana Sundaram, Dr. Kanimori Somu, V. Shivadasan, Santosh Kumar and Lingaya Yadav. Union Minister Piyush Goyal has said that the decision to suspend the 19 opposition members from Rajya Sabha for this week has been taken with a heavy heart. Talking to media outside Parliament, Mr. Goyal said these MPs were suspended for ignoring the chair's appeal and repeatedly disrupting the proceedings of the House. He asserted that the government is ready for a debate on the issue of price rise once Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman recovers from COVID-19 and returns to Parliament. Mr. Goyal once again appealed to the opposition to allow the House to function.
बड़ा खेद है कि कुछ माननीय सांसदों को सदन की कार्रवाई से इस हफ्ते के लिए सस्पेंड करना पड़ा। सदन में भी और सदन के बाहर भी इस बात को रखा है कि सरकार हर विषय पे चर्चा के लिए तैयार है। महंगाई पे भी सरकार चर्चा करना चाहती है। हम बताना चाहते हैं कैसे बड़े अहम कदम सरकार ने उठाए जिससे भारत में बाकी देशों के निस्बत महंगाई कम रही है। माननीय वित्त मंत्री की तबीयत ठीक नहीं थी, उनको कोविड हुआ था। हम पुनः एक बार आश्वस्त करते हैं कि इस विषय पे चर्चा शेड्यूल होगी जैसे वित्त मंत्री जी का स्वास्थ्य ठीक हो जाए।
The government has said a national policy and action plan was launched in 2015 to address left-wing extremism (LWE) menace holistically. In a written reply in Lok Sabha today, Minister of State for Home Nityanand Rai said, the policy and action plan envisages a multi-pronged strategy involving security-related measures, development interventions, ensuring rights and entitlements of local communities. He said, steadfast implementation of this policy and action plan has resulted in consistent decline in LWE violence across the nation. The centre today said no Kashmiri Pandit working under the Prime Minister's Development Package (PMTP) has resigned recently in protest of the killing of a Kashmiri Pandit in the Kashmir Valley. This information was provided by the Government of Jammu and Kashmir. In a written reply in Lok Sabha, Minister of State for Home Nityanand Rai said, under the PMDP, 5,502 Kashmiri migrants have been provided government jobs.
The nation is today paying tributes to the brave hearts of the Kargil War on the 23rd anniversary of India's historic victory in 1999, which is celebrated as Kargil Vijay Divas every year when they evicted the infiltrators backed by the Pakistani army from high outposts in the Kargil sector. The war was fought for more than 60 days and ended with India regaining control of all the previously held territory. The victory of Tiger Hill was one of the crucial achievements of the 60-day-long conflict. The Indian soldiers fought the Kargil War under the toughest conditions on the difficult terrain at an altitude of 18,000 feet. President Draupadi Murmu has saluted the brave soldiers who laid down their lives to protect the country. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu paid tributes to the valiant soldiers who displayed unwavering patriotism and unmatched gallantry in protecting the nation in 1999. Mr. Naidu said the nation is ever indebted to the martyrs of Kargil for their supreme sacrifice. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said Kargil Vijay Divas is a symbol of pride of Ma Bharati and saluted all the brave sons of the country who accomplished the valor in the defense of the motherland. Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh and Minister of State for Defence Ajay Bhatt laid wreath and paid homage at National War Memorial in New Delhi to the fallen heroes who ensured India's victory during the Kargil War. Defence Secretary Dr. Ajay Kumar and 3 service chiefs, Chief of the Army Staff General Manoj Pandey, Chief of the Naval Staff Admiral R. Hari Kumar and Chief of the Air Staff Air Chief Marshal V.R. Chaudhary also paid homage at the National War Memorial.
The Mirage 2000 aircraft played a crucial role in the battles fought on the icy heights of Kargil during the nearly 3-month-long conflict and also hit enemy targets bunkered at the Tiger Hill. Talking to All India Radio, ex-Air Vice Marshal Manmohan Bahadur said the integration of lightning targeting pod and laser-guided bomb system was done in a record time of 12 days with Mirage 2000 aircraft during the Kargil War, which wreaked havoc on enemy positions.
The Mirage 2000 was the most modern aircraft we had during the Kargil War, and it was being equipped with the lightning laser designator pod. When Kargil broke out, the attachments and the software had still not been fine-tuned for Mirage. But this was expedited because certain pinpoint targets were to be attacked on those ridges over Kargil. So trials were carried out quickly, fast time, over Pokhara. And thereafter the Mirage was deployed, and we all know what a pinpoint assault it did with laser-guided bombs at the Tiger Hill. Now, Tiger Hill was situated at a height and a vantage point which permitted the Pakistanis to look at the national highway running near Dras, and it had to be liquidated. And that is what was done with the Mirage 2000 laser-guided bombs that were dropped. So Mirage 2000 played a very important role.
BJP President Jagat Prakash Nadda has said that in the 8 years of the Narendra Modi government, 36 Rafale fighter jets have joined the Indian Army. Mr. Nadda was speaking at the Kargil Vijay Divas event at the party headquarters in New Delhi.
इसी 8 साल के अंदर 36 रफेल फाइटर्स हैव बीन परचेज्ड बाय इंडियन एयर फोर्स और आज वो बेड़ा का पार्ट बन चुका है. 28 Apache attack helicopters are with India. 15 Chinook choppers are there. Air missiles from Israel is there. Now 145 ultra light howitzer are there. 100 KN Vajra artillery guns are there. 1.8 lakh bulletproof jackets are there, and now India is not importing but exporting bulletproof jackets. इसका मतलब leadership is decisive.
In Meghalaya, the 23rd anniversary of Kargil Vijay Divas was observed today in a befitting manner by paying homage to the supreme sacrifice made by the Indian soldiers during the Kargil War. Lieutenant General K.C. Panchanathan, AVSM GOC 101 area garlanded the statues of Captain K.C. Nongrum, MVCP and Major David Mandalam, KCP, at Rhino Heritage Museum, Shillong. The two brave hearts made the supreme sacrifice by laying down their lives for the honour of the country.
The Defence Acquisition Council DAC, headed by Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh, today approved the arms procurement proposals worth 28,732 crore rupees under Buy Indian indigenously designed, developed and manufactured IDDM category, giving a further boost to Atmanirbharta in defence. Considering the demand of enhanced protection against the threat of enemy snipers to our troops deployed along the line of control and in close combat operations in counter-terrorism scenario, the DAC accorded acceptance of necessity AON for bulletproof jackets with Indian standard BIS 6 level of protection. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will visit Gujarat and Tamil Nadu on the 28th and 29th of July. At around 12 noon on Thursday, the Prime Minister will inaugurate and lay the foundation stones of multiple projects of Sabar Dairy at Gadoda Chowki, Sabarkantha in Gujarat. Thereafter, the Prime Minister will travel to Chennai and declare open the 44th Chess Olympiad at Jawaharlal Nehru Indoor Stadium in Chennai. On Friday, the Prime Minister will attend the 42nd convocation of Anna University. From there, he will travel to Gandhinagar to visit Gift City, where he will launch and lay the foundation stone of various projects.
The central government has amended the Foreign Contribution Regulation Rules 2022, aiming to reduce compliance burden on citizens. The Ministry of Home Affairs in a press release today said, as per the amended rule, any person receiving foreign contributions of more than 10 lakh rupees in a financial year from relatives has to intimate the central government within 3 months of receipt. Earlier, the monetary threshold limit was 1 lakh rupees and intimation to central government was required within 30 days. Congress Interim President Sonia Gandhi today appeared before the Enforcement Directorate in Delhi for the second round of questioning in the National Herald case. She was accompanied by her daughter and party leader Priyanka Gandhi Vadra. Ms. Gandhi left the ED office in New Delhi after around 6 hours of questioning. She has been asked to reappear tomorrow before the probe agency.
Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Singh Thakur has reacted to Congress's allegation of misusing central agencies to target its leaders. Speaking to media outside Parliament today, Mr. Thakur said, Congress lacks issues and runs away from raising issues concerning people as its leaders are protesting to save only one family. He alleged that Congress is working to protect the corrupt instead of fighting corruption.
देश के सामने है कि जिन्होंने भ्रष्टाचार किया है उसको छिपाने के लिए लगातार दबाव बनाने का काम किया जा रहा है, लेकिन स्वतंत्र जांच एजेंसियां हैं, जांच करेंगी और मैं चाहूंगा कांग्रेस के सांसद सदन में आएं और चर्चा में भाग लें, भागे नहीं। जो इनके खिलाफ कार्रवाई की गई है नियमों के अनुसार की गई है।
External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar today met USAID Administrator Samantha Power in New Delhi today. They discussed global development prospects in the context of food, energy and debt challenges. Both also exchanged views on further expanding the India-US partnership. The government has said that price situation of major essential commodities is monitored on a regular basis and corrective action is taken from time to time. This was stated by Union Minister of State for Finance Pankaj Chaudhary in a written reply in Rajya Sabha today.
You're listening to Evening News on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. 19 Rajya Sabha MPs suspended for this week for unruly behaviour in the House. Kargil Vijay Divas being celebrated across the country. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to visit Gujarat and Tamil Nadu on Thursday and Friday to inaugurate and lay foundation stones of multiple projects and declare 44th Chess Olympiad open. Central Government amends Foreign Contribution Regulation Rules 2022, aiming to reduce compliance burden on citizens, to bar any person receiving foreign contribution more than 10 lakh rupees in a financial year. Gujarat government sets up 3-member committee to look into incident of chemical misuse in Botad district. Death toll mounts to 29. Prime Minister Narendra Modi expresses grief on the demise of Padma Shri awardee Dr. Sushovan Bandyopadhyay. Neeraj Chopra to miss Commonwealth Games due to injury. And in cricket, India to take on West Indies in the third and final ODI at Queen's Park Oval in Port of Spain tomorrow. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts.
कॉम्पिटिशन्स की अगर आप कर रहे हैं तैयारी तो ऑल इंडिया रेडियो पर अभ्यास कार्यक्रम है आपके लिए। अपने सवाल भेजें व्हाट्सएप नंबर 9289094044 पर या फिर ईमेल करें abhyas.airnews@gmail.com पर। आपके सवालों के जवाब हमारे एक्सपर्ट देंगे हर शनिवार रात 9:30 बजे। इस बार का विषय है इकोनॉमिक्स यानी अर्थशास्त्र। आपके सवालों का हम करेंगे इंतजार 27 जुलाई तक। आपका अभ्यास हमारा प्रयास।
अपने बिजनेस को बढ़ाने के लिए लीजिए आकाशवाणी का सहयोग और दीजिए उसे बुलंदियों के पंख।
आपका बिजनेस लोकल है या राष्ट्रीय, आकाशवाणी देती है उपभोक्ताओं तक पहुंचने का हर विकल्प।
और अब तो आप घर, दफ्तर या दुकान पर बैठे बैठे कर सकते हैं आकाशवाणी के किसी भी केंद्र के लिए विज्ञापनों की बुकिंग।
आकाशवाणी के विभिन्न चैनलों पर विज्ञापन देना सुलभ और सस्ता।
बुकिंग है तो संपर्क करें 8700014242 पर।
8700014242।
Here is a review of the proceedings in Parliament today. First from Lok Sabha. Writer is Kumar Rakesh of PTI. Proceedings in Lok Sabha were hit again today due to opposition's protests over price rise and alleged misuse of probe agencies, but the House at last resumed normal functioning later in the absence of opposition parties. The Family Courts Amendment Bill 2022 was passed in the House after a reply by Law and Justice Minister Kiran Rijiju. The bill seeks to grant statutory cover to family courts set up in Himachal Pradesh and Nagaland and retrospectively validate all actions taken by them. It seeks to insert a provision in subsection 3 of section 1 to provide for the establishment of family courts in Himachal Pradesh with effect from 15th February 2019 and in Nagaland with effect from 12th September 2008. Setting up family courts and their functioning fall within the domain of the state governments in consultation with the respective high courts. The issue of lack of jurisdiction of family courts in Himachal Pradesh came to the fore during proceedings of the Himachal Pradesh High Court last year. Another petition in the Himachal Pradesh High Court stated that the central government had not issued any notification extending the Family Court Act to Himachal Pradesh and the state government directives to establish such courts were without any legal authority. The family courts in Nagaland were also operating without any legal authority since 2008. During the discussion on the Family Courts Amendment Bill, several members expressed concern over 11.4 lakh cases pending in family courts across the country and called for their speedy settlement. Initiating the discussion, Sunita Duggal of the BJP said more appointments should be made in family courts so that cases are resolved expeditiously. Participating in the discussion, Kaushalendra Kumar of the Janata Dal United said, called for a speedy settlement of the cases. Bhartrohari Mehtab of the Biju Janata Dal also echoed similar views. Other members who participated in the discussion include H.T. Hassan of Samajwadi Party, Navneet Rana Independent, P.P. Chaudhary of BJP, and Anubhav Mohanty of BJD. The Lok Sabha later passed the Family Courts Amendment Bill, with Law Minister Kiran Rijiju saying that the legislation will help give legal cover to family courts in the states of Himachal Pradesh and Nagaland. The amendments were necessary to validate the courts in the two states and give sanctity to thousands of family cases pending there. He said family courts have been functioning well in 26 states, while there are 5 states and union territories, including Goa and Mizoram, where family courts have not been able to set up despite the centre's notification. 5 states and UTs, including Jammu and Kashmir, Arunachal Pradesh, Meghalaya and Ladakh, have not approached the centre for setting up courts, he added. As of May this year, 11.49 lakh cases are pending in over 710 family courts, he informed. A conference of district judges is being held on the 30th of July, where the proposals to strengthen the family courts, besides those related to other issues, will be discussed. The Prime Minister and the Chief Justice of India are likely to attend the conference. Proceedings began as Congress members who were most vocal in protest kept away from the House, while some other opposition parties like the DMK had staged a walkout earlier. Opposition members had earlier forced adjournments in Lok Sabha over the issue of price rise and the alleged misuse of central agencies by the government. As soon as the House assembled at 11 a.m., Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla paid tributes to soldiers on Kargil Vijay Divas. On behalf of the House, he paid homage to soldiers who had made the supreme sacrifice during the 1999 Kargil war with Pakistan. Soon after, opposition members trooped to the well of the House, raising slogans and waving placards on the issue of high inflation and the goods and services tax on some essential commodities, leading to adjournment till 11:45 a.m. The Speaker urged them repeatedly to let the House function and return to their seats. However, the opposition ignored his appeal. As the House reassembled at 11:45 a.m., DMK members and Supriya Sule of NCP were seen raising slogans. Congress members staged a walkout of the House and participated in a march to Rashtrapati Bhavan against the misuse of central agencies to target opposition leaders. BJP member Rajendra Agarwal, who was in the chair, took up the question hour and later allowed laying of papers on the table of the House. As the protests continued, the House was adjourned till 2 p.m.
And now a review of proceedings in Rajya Sabha. In Rajya Sabha, 19 opposition members were suspended today for the remaining part of the week for their unruly behaviour. They include TMC members Dola Sen, Sushmita Dev, Dr. Shantanu Sen and Mausam Noor. DMK members Muhammad Abdullah, S. Kalyanasundaram, Dr. Somu Kanimoi and TRS members Santosh and Lingaya Yadav. The House continued to witness uproar throughout the day by the opposition parties on issues like price rise, GST hike on essential items and Gujarat chemical misuse tragedy. When the House reassembled for the day, Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu rejected adjournment notices moved by the opposition members. Following this, Aam Aadmi Party and Congress members trooped into the well, displaying placards over the Hooch tragedy in Gujarat. This prompted the chairman to adjourn the House till 12 noon, minutes after it met for the day. When the House met after the first adjournment at 12 noon, Deputy Chairman Harivansh cited relevant rule and warned the agitating members for displaying placards and disrupting the proceedings of the House. As the pandemonium continued, he adjourned the House till 12:20 p.m. When the House met after the second adjournment, opposition members including Aam Aadmi Party, DMK, Left, TMC and others again trooped into the well and continued their sloganeering against the government. Deputy Chairman Harivansh warned that the chair should not be forced to take action against the agitating members. Amid din, he ran the question hour. When the House met at 2 p.m., the opposition members including TMC, Aam Aadmi Party, Left, DMK and others again trooped into the well, raising slogans against the government over issues of price rise, GST hike on essential items. Deputy Chairman Harivansh repeatedly asked for order in the House, but the protesting members did not pay heed. He said the chair will have to invoke Rule 256 against them for continuously disrupting the proceedings. As the ruckus continued, Minister of State for Parliamentary Affairs V. Muralidharan moved a motion to suspend protesting members for showing disregard to the chair and their unruly behaviour. The House accepted the motion with voice vote. As the suspended members refused to leave the House, it was adjourned for 15 minutes till 2:38 p.m. When the House reassembled, the suspended members were still in the well. The chair repeatedly asked them to leave the House, but they refused. This led to adjournment of the House till 3:42 p.m. After that, when the House met, the suspended members did not leave the House, forcing the adjournment of the House for the day. Earlier, the House paid tributes to the martyrs and brave soldiers on the 23rd anniversary of Kargil Vijay Divas. That's all in Parliament Review.
In Gujarat, the state government today set up a 3-member committee to look into the incident of chemical misuse in Botar district. Minister of State for Home Harsh Sanghvi said the 3-member committee will be headed by IGP Subhash Trivedi. The committee will examine the reasons behind the incident and will hand over its report within 3 days to the government. The 2 other members include Director of Prohibition and Excise M.A. Gandhi and Director of Forensic Science Laboratory H.P. Sanghvi. Our correspondent reports that the death toll has gone up to 29. Over 45 people have been shifted to Bhavnagar and Ahmedabad for further treatment. Most of the deceased belong to various villages of Botar and some are from rural parts of Ahmedabad district. More than 202 crore 50 lakh COVID vaccine doses have been administered in the country so far. The Health Ministry said more than 30 lakh 42,000 vaccine doses were administered in the last 24 hours. India's active caseload currently stands at over 1,47,000. The recovery rate is currently at 98.47%.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has expressed deep grief over the demise of the famed 1 rupee doctor of West Bengal's Birbhum Padma Shri awardee Dr. Sushovan Bandyopadhyay. In a tweet, Mr. Modi said, Dr. Sushovan Bandyopadhyay epitomized the best of the human spirit. The Prime Minister said he will be remembered as a kind and large-hearted person who cured many people. He recalled his interaction with Dr. Bandyopadhyay at the Padma Awards ceremony. Mr. Modi expressed condolences to the family and admirers of Dr. Bandyopadhyay. Our report.
Dr. Sushovan Bandyopadhyay, who was fondly known as Ek Taka Daktar, has been treating patients for a long time at Bolpur in Birbhum for only 1 rupee per visit. He was 83 years old. Sushovan was once elected MLA from Bolpur for Congress. After the Trinamool Congress was formed, he became the first district president of the Trinamool in Birbhum. In the year 2020, he was honored with the highest civilian award, the Padma Shri, and in the same year, he achieved another feat as his name was recorded in the Guinness World Records for treating the maximum number of patients. With Virendra Singh, this is Abhishek Mukhopadhyay, AIR News, Delhi.
Russia has decided to quit the International Space Station after 2024. Moscow Space Agency Roscosmos and newly appointed chief Yuri Borisov today announced the decision. President Vladimir Putin was also briefed about it. The announcement comes as tensions rage between the Kremlin and the West over Moscow's military operation in Ukraine and several rounds of unprecedented sanctions against Russia.
Star Indian javelin thrower Neeraj Chopra will not be taking part in the Commonwealth Games 2022 in Birmingham due to an injury. Secretary General of the Indian Olympic Association IOA Rajiv Mehta told the media that Neeraj Chopra will not be able to take part in Commonwealth Games as he got injured in the finals of the World Athletic Championships. Chopra has delivered a lot of outstanding performances since he won the gold in Tokyo Olympics 2020.
Listen to Commonwealth Games quiz with AIR News Sportscan at 7:20 p.m. every day. All you have to do is reply to a question on the Commonwealth Games. Email your answers at airsportscan@gmail.com. The first correct answer will be selected as the winner and rewarded with a jersey of the Indian Commonwealth Games team. So keep cheering to India, listening to Sportscan at 7:20 p.m. on FM Gold 100.1 MHz and on our YouTube channel, News on AIR Official.
In cricket, India will take on West Indies in the third and final ODI at Queen's Park Oval in Port of Spain tomorrow. The match will begin at 7 p.m. Indian time after an amazing 64 runs off 34 balls by Akshar Patel in the last match. India lead the three-match ODI series by 2-0. Shikhar Dhawan-led side will now look to continue their form tomorrow with an aim to top up a world record-winning feat. The Sensex and the Nifty today logged losses of around 0.9%. Both stock indices fell amid mixed global share markets, a report from the business desk.
The Sensex plunged 498 points to finish at 55,268. The Nifty also declined 147 points to end at 16,484. In the forex market, the rupee closed at 79 rupees and 77 paise against the American currency. Gold was trading at 50,315 rupees per 10 gram, and in intraday trade, Brent crude was trading at $106.30 per barrel, while WTI crude prices were at $98.60 per barrel. Gaura Dhawanlal for AIR News.
Now let us have a look at the weather forecast for tomorrow. National capital Delhi is expected to have a generally cloudy sky with moderate rain. The minimum temperature will be around 26 degrees Celsius, while the maximum will be 34 degrees. Mumbai will also have a generally cloudy sky with light rain. The minimum temperature will be 25 degrees Celsius and the maximum will be around 32 degrees. Kolkata is expected to have a partly cloudy sky with possibility of moderate rain or thunderstorms. The minimum temperature will be around 27 and maximum will be around 34. Chennai will have a partly cloudy sky with light rain or drizzle. Srinagar and Jammu will have thunderstorm with rain. Muzaffarabad is expected to have thunderstorm with rain. Minimum temperature will be 23 and maximum 33. Leh and Gilgit will have a partly cloudy sky. In South, Hyderabad, Visakhapatnam, Bengaluru and Thiruvananthapuram will have a generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. In the northeast, Guwahati, Imphal, Aizawl, Shillong and Itanagar will have a generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. And now before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. 19 Rajya Sabha MPs suspended for this week for unruly behavior in the House. Kargil Vijay Divas being celebrated across the country. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to visit Gujarat and Tamil Nadu on Thursday and Friday to inaugurate and lay foundation stone of multiple projects and declare 44th Chess Olympiad open. Central Government amends Foreign Contribution Regulation Rules 2022, aiming to reduce compliance burden on citizens, to bar any person receiving foreign contribution more than 10 lakh rupees in a financial year. Gujarat government sets up 3-member committee to look into incident of chemical misuse in Botar district. Death toll mounted to 29. Prime Minister Narendra Modi expresses grief on the demise of Padma Shri awardee Dr. Sushovan Bandyopadhyay. Neeraj Chopra to miss Commonwealth Games due to injury. And in cricket, India to take on West Indies in third and final ODI at Queen's Park Oval in Port of Spain tomorrow. For details of these stories and more, log on to our website newsonair.gov.in and on News on AIR app. And with that, we end the evening news. Good night.